Hey guys, here's a quick tutorial on how to remove and replace your stock cooler with a liquid cooler for the MSi Aegis. First step is you're going to have to remove the side panel, which is held down by one screw, which will now expose you to the internal guts of the computer. The graphics card is held by a couple of screws on the back of the computer, and also the little latch that's on the riser card. You'll unplug it and just pull down on the graphics card. Next step, you're going to have to remove the actual riser card, which is held down by 4 separate screws, 2 on the inside and 2 on the outside. One thing you have to keep in mind is you do have to unplug the fan connector, which might be zip tied, before you actually pull up the riser card. Now you're looking at the heatsink itself, which it is held down by 2 screws on the case and then your 4 screws that are tied to the motherboard. Now I grabbed some cleaning cloth so that I can get the CPU prepped for the new thermal paste. This step isn't necessary, but I removed the front panel and I tied it right back in since I saw that I did not need it off. What I would suggest is that you get an extra fan connector or a splitter so you can attach more fans. So now I'm installing the actual hardware for the AiO. I'm gonna test and see which fan works better. I ended up going with the Be Quiet fan just because it is a smaller profiled fan and it fits inside the little opening that's at the bottom of the case. It is a squeeze because it is a lot of hardware inside a tiny little case, so you have to be definitely gentle when you're installing this AiO. Once you get the orientation right on the AiO, you'll have to plug in your CPU and motherboard connectors. Here goes the thermal grizzly. And the only way that I found that the actual heatsink fits is in this particular orientation. Now just hand tighten the actual AiO and then just do a diagonal pattern until all the screws are tightened down. This is just me trying to wire manage the cables themselves, since there is just absolutely no room inside this case. Now what I would suggest is zip tie one of the hoses as I did up here. Just don't over tighten it. I just did it so it stays put. And that is essentially it. Once you're done, you just basically reverse and put the riser card back in and put the graphics card back in and turn it back on. Other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe.